What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we are back for another MMA event. Guys, I was not going to make it for a video. Right before I was not about to post it, I put a poll out on Instagram, and you guys voted that you guys wanted the video. It was like unanimous. Nobody wanted me to go live. Everybody was like, just post your video, dude. You have enough time. Sorry, guys, we are posting this video an hour before the event, so go and get these bets off right away if you're going to be tailing me on these bets. We have 14 fights to be breaking down, so let's get right into this, guys. Man, let me explain to what happened this morning. I woke up early as hell at 4 a.m. Pacific time, like in California, and I recorded a whole video. Tired of that shit, guys. And then I realized the voice wasn't on. My mic wasn't on. I recorded a whole video for you guys and didn't have my mic on. So I got mad and went back to sleep. So now you're getting the video late because my dumb asses didn't put the mic on. Oh man, guys, I'm so hot this morning. All right, guys, 14 fights to break down. Let's get right into this first fight of the night. It's gonna be Bulgogi Oki taking on Chris Duncan. And I'm going to be on the underdog side on this guy, guys. I'm going to be taking Chris Duncan. I think Chris Duncan is going to be able to withstand the hard shots in the beginning. I think he's going to end up knocking out Oki or end up winning a decision. I think Oki is a first-round guy that just goes balls to the wall and tries to get that knockout. And if he doesn't get that knockout, I do think he's going to get gassed out. And I do think Chris Duncan is a guy that has a lot of experience now and can take a couple shots. And I think he'll be able to push this fight into the second or third round. If you guys want to take a live betting opportunity in this fight, that might be the best play, where Oki comes out there trying to throw heavy strikes. And if he doesn't get the knockout in the first round, I say hop on Duncan after the first round. And it saves you from that first round knockout, guys. So that'll probably be my bet for the day. I'm going to be taking Chris Duncan as an underdog. I'm not going to be playing him as a straight money line play. I'm going to be looking for a live betting opportunity. I'm going to watch the first round. And if Duncan gets out of that first round, I'm going to be hopping on Duncan. I think Duncan's going to win a second and third. I think Oki's going to eventually gas out. So give me Duncan on this fight, guys, and a live bet opportunity. Second fight of the night is going to be Nora Cannoli taking on Jacqueline Calvacanti. And I'm going to be taking Jacqueline Calvacanti on via decision. I'm going to be taking the via decision prop. It comes out to a plus 110. I do think this is going to be a very close fight, though, guys. So this is my bet. I'm going to be hedging it out another way. But that's if we see a split decision. Hopefully we don't, but I'm going to be taking Calvacanti on the decision prop. I'm going to be taking her via decision at a plus 110. That's my main bet of the day. But I'm going to be doing the small bet on Nora Cannoli via split decision, because I do think this is going to be a close fight. I do think it's going to go to the judges' scorecards. This fight is in Paris, France. So I do believe that if Cannoli keeps this fight close, the judges might make this a split decision. I do think this is going to be a fight where it's going to be a standing strike battle, and Calvacanti has really good striking. She fought against Nunes in her last fight, and I know a lot of people that were on Nunes. Nunes is actually a dog, one of those fighters that throws a lot of loopy hooks and comes in. I thought Calvacanti was going to just walk through her and just keep the fight on the outside. She was one of my confident plays of the day. It ended up being a split decision and a lot closer fight than I thought, but she still got the win. She still shows she's a dog, and she throws up about 70 to 90 significant strikes every single fight. So give me Calvacanti. I just think she's going to put up the volume, and I do think it's going to be a close fight. So I'm going to be taking Calvacanti on the decision prop, and I'm also going to be taking a little tiny shot on Nora Cannoli via split decision just to hedge out and make the money back for the Calvacanti play, guys, because I do think it's going to be a close fight. So like I said, guys, it's going to be Calvacanti is going to be the pick for this fight. Next fight's going to be Daniel Barez taking on Victor Altamirano. And I'm going to be taking, man, guys, I've been going back and forth on this fight. Honestly, this might be the most closest competitive fight of the night. I would think so on paper. I was on Victor Altamirano all week, but I think I'm going to go Daniel Barez, guys. I think, honestly, Victor Altamirano doesn't have good striking. He doesn't have good wrestling. He's more of a guy that just has good cardio and good durability. He's going to be a guy that's going to be fighting for your money. So that's why I'm not going to be like super confident in Daniel Barez at all. But it's going to be a play where I do think I'm going to put a small shot on the underdogs just because it's so close. And if I don't think Altamirano actually has he doesn't have good striking or good wrestling. And I think Barez has really good striking, in my opinion. I think if he just stops some takedowns, I think he's going to end up winning this fight. But I could see it where Barez wins the first round and then he ends up gassing out, and Victor Altamirano just has the durability and the conditioning where he ends up winning the later rounds. So like I said, guys, it's going to be a close fight. I think Barez, in my opinion, is going to keep the fight standing up and end up landing the harder shots, and I think the judges are going to end up picking him. So give me Daniel Barez a via decision. I'm going to top on the decision prop, guys. I think it's a better line. He's a plus 200 on the decision. I think that he is not going to knock out Altamirano. Altamirano has one of the best durabilities in the UFC, in my opinion. He could take a really hard shot. But I do think it's going to be a very close fight, and I'm going to be taking Barez via decision, guys. Next fight is going to be Erslan Perez taking on Dara, don't mess up my name, Zalesyakova. And I'm going to be taking nobody in this fight, guys. I'm not betting this fight. This fight is very close. The line, it says right here, is a minus 238 for Daria. And honestly, if you look at the line, it's actually the exact opposite. Erslan Perez is actually the favorite. She's a minus 180 favorite. So I don't know if the line actually jumped the whole opposite way because people just like how Erslan Perez just twerks in the ring after she's done fighting. But I don't think she actually has really a lot of skill-wise. I think she's the type of girl that just tries to get takedowns and hold the fight to the floor. I haven't really watched a lot of tape on Daria, so I don't know how her takedown defense is. So I'm just going to stay away from this fight totally, guys. I think everybody should stay away from this fight. It's not a fight you should be working on, betting on. But unless you are a person that likes to see Erslan Perez twerk after she wins the fight, then go bet on her via decision just because you want to see her twerk after the fight because she wins. So yeah, guys, I don't know who's going to win this fight. I just don't think it's very high level at all. And I think it's very low level. So I'm not going to bet this fight at all. Alright, guys, in this fight, it's going to be Taylor Lapilus taking on Vince Morales. And I'm going to be taking Taylor Lapilus. I'm going to be adding him to a 2-leg parlay. I like Taylor Lapilus a lot. He's one of my, I would say he's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC to watch, guys. I like his striking. I think his takedown defense is there. He can mix in a takedown himself. I just think this guy is just a dog and he likes to fight. I've been watching him probably since his UFC debut, so I've seen him in a lot of his fights. I've bet him in a lot of fights, and he's let me down sometimes. He's won me money a lot, most of the times, but even when I bet against him, I still win. I win some money on that way, too, because I know how he fights. But and the guy in Vince Morales, I think he's going to be trying to get the takedowns. He's not going to be able to strike with Taylor Lapilus, in my opinion. I think Taylor Lapilus is going to be able to land the harder shots, and he's going to be able to just outstrike him, just move around the outside and jab him, throw a straight right hand, some hooks every now and then, and just land wherever he wants. I think Vince Morales' best way to win this fight is getting the takedown, but I don't think he's going to be able to get Taylor Lapilus to the floor. Taylor Lapilus has shown to me in many fights, even before he got to the UFC, his takedown defense is there. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to be taking Taylor Lapilus in this one as the first leg of a 2-leg parlay, and I think he's going to be able to get the knockout in this one. Another 3-leg parlay. This is probably going to be my most confident parlay of the day, so hopefully this one's cashes for us. It's going to be the first leg of that parlay. It's going to be Ludovic Klein taking on Roosevelt Roberts, and I'm going to be adding Ludovic Klein to that parlay, guys. I don't like Roosevelt Roberts as a fighter, guys. He is a veteran in the sport. He's actually from the same around the same town as me. He's probably about like 10-minute drive from me, so I've watched this guy a lot. I rooted for him in the Ultimate Fighter. I was rooting for him when he came into the UFC just because he's from my area, but I don't think he's that good, guys. I think he's a journeyman. I think he's going to be out of the UFC soon. I think the UFC just signed him just because Dana White probably likes him and just wants to give him, make him some more money before he ends up leaving the UFC. I do think with the Contender Series up right now, the UFC are doing some cuts, so I think that's why he's getting this fight, and Dana White signed him for a 1-fight deal just to bring him in there while he's trying to get some fresh names in here as well. So yeah, guys, I think Ludovic Klein's going to outstrike him. He can take him down. He's going to end up winning this fight however he wants, but I do think Ludovic Klein's going to end up knocking him out. Ludovic Klein against Ignacio Bahamondes just showed me his striking is elite, and he ended up just piecing up Bahamondes, and it was such a dogfight where he landed so many hard shots. So give me Ludovic Klein, guys. I think he's going to end up getting the knockout, and he's going to be the first leg of a parlay. The second leg of that parlay, I'm going to be adding with Taylor Lapilus. It's going to be Omar Sy taking on Da Wong Jung, and I'm going to be taking Omar Sy, guys. I think Sy is just going to be able to get the knockout. This guy is very athletic, those heavy strikes. He has good takedown defense. I think he's going to be one of the good prospects coming into the UFC in light heavyweight. I think he's going to end up being a top 10 light heavyweight in the world. I like him a lot. Da Wong Chung doesn't have a chin. He doesn't move his head that much. He's fought a lot of low-level competition. So yeah, guys, I do think Omar Sy is going to end up knocking him out. I think he is way too fast for him. I think his strikes, he's going to be able to mix it up, and I think he's going to be able to do whatever he wants in this fight. So give me the second leg of that parlay with Taylor Lapilus. I think Omar Sy is going to end up getting the knockout in this one. Next fight, it's going to be Ion Cutelaba taking on Ivan Erslan, and I'm going to be taking... Honestly, I'm going to be taking Ivan Erslan. I'm not going to bet this fight that much, guys. If I am going to bet it, I'm going to take a very small shot. But I'm not a big fan of Ion Cutelaba. That's Hulk. I know he comes in there throwing his heavy strikes, but if you read interviews about this guy, his coaches say he's not coachable. He goes in there and does whatever he wants, and I don't think he's going to be able to go in there and be stupid like he usually does. Even Erslan has shown that he has decent takedown defense because Ian wants to take him down, but I do think it's going to be a striking battle. And I just think Ivan Erslan is going to be able to put the technical striking better. I think he's able to land the harder shots. I'm not the harder shots because Ian Cutelaba hits harder, but I mean more of the pinpoint shots where he catches you right on the chin, catches you right on the temple. I think he's going to land. He's going to be able to pick his strikes perfectly. Ian Cutelaba is more of a wild man. He's going to come in there to try to go balls to the walls in the first round. I think he's going to end up gassing out after 2.5 minutes. So give me the guy that has more cardio after 2.5 minutes, and also that he actually listens to his coaches. So give me Ivan Erslan. I'm going to be taking a small wager on him. I'm not that confident in this fight, but that's going to be the pick for this fight, guys. All right, guys, this next fight of the night is going to be Fares Ziam taking on Matt Fevola, and I'm going to be taking the dog shot on Matt Fevola, guys. I think Matt Fevola should go in there and try to get the takedowns. If Matt Fevola tries to go in there and strike with him and tries to get a bonus and bang it out, I think Matt Fevola could end up getting knocked out, or he could end up just getting pieced up for 3 rounds and losing a decision. But in my opinion, Matt Fevola should go out there and get a takedown and win this fight easily, because Fares Ziam has no takedown defense, guys. I've seen this guy get taken down by guys who have no wrestling at all in the UFC and before the UFC. When I say he has no takedown defense, I mean no takedown defense, guys. Fares Ziam's takedown defense is as solid as a paper bag in the rain. When I say that, I mean like literally solid as a paper bag in the rain. This guy's takedown defense is not there. I could probably take this dude down. Like, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't got wrestling at all, but let me shoot a double leg on him. I can maybe get him to the floor. Come on, Matt Fevola, just take this guy to the floor, dominate him on the floor. He has like. This is the easy way for victory. I don't see a way where Matt Fevola doesn't get this fight to the floor and win. If Matt Fevola goes out there and tries to bang and loses this fight, I'm going to be very mad, because I'm going to be having a decent amount of wager on Matt Fevola, because I like the underdog shot here. I'm looking at this underdog shot. I like it a lot, because I just see the fight take him down. You will win this fight. But honestly, guys, if we start this fight and Matt Fevola goes out there and you just see him start banging with him, oh my God, just run away from it right away. But maybe a live betting opportunity might be better, guys. If Matt Fevola goes in there and takes him down right away, live bet Fevola, because you can see that's his game plan. But if you see in the first 30 seconds to a minute of the fight, Matt Fevola is going out there trying to bang like Matt Fevola does sometimes, I guess just don't bet on the fight or take Ziam, because it's not going to go well for Fevola. But yeah, guys, I'm done breaking down this fight. I think Matt Fevola should get the takedowns. I'm going to be betting Matt Fevola. I'm kind of confident in him winning this fight. So give me Matt Fevola on the money line. It's going to be Kevin Jousette taking on Bryan Battle. And I think this is going to be more of a heart play for me, guys. I'm going to be taking Kevin Jousette. I just like Jousette, and I don't like Bryan Battle. I'm not a Bryan Battle fan. I think he makes dumb decisions in the ring. A lot of people like his, dude, work out, bro, like his attitude. Don't get me wrong, I like the guy personally. Like, I like his positivity. I think he's a surfer dude. Like, he just sits there and talks with like the I don't know, the beach vibe kind of guy. But I'm not a fan of him when I say in the ring. Like, I don't see it for Bryan Battle in the ring. And I like Kevin Jousette. I think Kevin Jousette's a dog. He's the type of dude that's going to be fighting for your money. And if you're going to be having me put my money on this fight, I'm going to be taking the plus 140. And the guy that actually fights for your money, Bryan Battle has shown to me that this guy he was an Ultimate Fighter. After the Ultimate Fighter, he came into the UFC and he fought a low level competition. And then every time he fought a higher step up, he ended up losing. His last fight, I did bet against him because I thought he was going to lose, and he ended up going out there and winning. So good for Bryan Battle, going to prove me wrong. But I think this one is just another higher step up competition than he's used to. I think Kevin Jousette's going to go out there and get the win. And if this fight's very close, guys, and goes to decision, honestly, I just think the France judges are going to give it to him. Like, France, they don't have a lot of MMA events out there, and you want to see your French guys win. So this fight goes to a decision. I think it's going to be maybe a split decision for Kevin Jousette. So either way, guys, I'm taking Kevin Jousette on the money line in this one. All right, guys, this is going to be the second leg of that parlay. I'm going to be adding Morgan Charriere to that parlay with Ludwig Klein. He's going to be taking Gabriel Miranda right here, and I think Morgan Charriere is just a better fighter all the way around. I like him. He's very athletic. A lot of people say he puts a lot of low output out, but it's like he has a very lot of output in one fight, low output in another fight, a lot of output in one fight, then a lot of low output in another fight. So it's like we don't know exactly what he was, what he is. I just think it's just the game plan he wants. But I don't think Gabriel Miranda, I think the only way he wins this fight is if he takes the fight to the floor. I think Morgan Chasier's defense is actually really good, and he's not going to be able to get this fight to the floor. And I think Morgan Chasier is going to be very patient and end up knocking him out. I think he's going to be very patient, landing some jabs, straight right hands, setting up a straight right hand or a hook on the inside. And I think he's going to end up getting the knockout in the late first or second, in the beginning of the second round. I think he's, like I said, guys, he's probably going to throw a lot of low output strikes in this fight just because he wants to stay clear from the takedowns and have some good takedown defense. But eventually he's going to land that kill shot and knock out Gabriel Miranda. Gabriel Miranda's chin is not there anymore, in my opinion, and I think he's going to end up getting knocked out in this fight. So give me Morgan Chasier in the second leg of that parlay with Ludovic Klein. This next fight's going to be William Gomez taking on Joe Anderson Brito, and I'm on the Joe Anderson Brito fight side guide this one, but I'm going to be making a 2-leg parlay with him in this one, but it's gonna be like more of like a smaller wager parlay because I feel like this fight has apple pie shitter all over it, where it's more of like where I just think the judges are gonna rob you. I do think it's gonna be a closer fight than the line says. I think William Gomez is gonna come out there and the crowd's gonna be all around him just because they like him so much. And if this fight is very close, I can see the judges giving Gomez the fight in a split decision where we all think Joe Anderson Brito wins. And he doesn't, doesn't because the judges just give it to the opposite person. So I could see this fight being a horrible parlay piece, guys. I'm all over Joe Anderson Brito. Like, he's one of the guys, I'm looking at this card, I'm like, damn, he should win this fight. But I'm going to be adding him with the 2-leg parlay, but it's going to be a small wager, and I'm going to be adding him with the main event. So, yeah, guys, that's going to be my pick for this fight. I'm going to be making a small wager parlay with him, a 2-leg parlay. So give me Joe Anderson Brito in this one. All right, guys, this fight's going to be Nasruddin Imavov taking on Brandon Allen. And all week I went back and forth in this fight, but give me Brandon Allen at about the plus 200. I just think at a plus 200, Brandon Allen should be a live dog. Nasruddin Imavov striking is not really that. It's okay. To me, it's not the best. His takedown defense is not there, really. He's been taken down by a lot of people. So he's more of those one of those Russians that he fights out of France, and he is a guy that fights more of a striking way. And Brandon Allen has good takedowns. He has good grappling. Brandon Allen's on a 7-fight win streak. He's just starting to put everything together. So I think Brandon Allen, if he just fights this way where he just a dog and just comes in there, keeps the takedowns coming, keeps pushing the pressure, I think this is a good spot for Brandon Allen. So I'm going to be taking an underdog shot right here, guys. I think it's a live dog in Brandon Allen, so give me him on the money line. All right, guys, this is going to be the main event of the night. It's going to be Renato Moicano taking on Benoit Saint-Denis, and I'm going to be adding this fight to 2 different parlays, guys. I'm going to be adding Benoit Saint-Denis to my most confident parlay with Ludovic Klein and Morgan Chasier, and I'm going to be also adding him to that small wager 2-leg parlay with Joe Anderson Brito. I think Benoit Saint-Denis levels above Renato Moicano. Let me just say something right now, guys. Look how this line is set right now. Renato Moicano, let's just say, in another universe, Jalen Turner doesn't walk away from Renato Moicano after landing that hard shot and just walking away, trying to get the walk-away knockout, then gassing out, and then losing to Renato Moicano. Just say Renato Moicano gets knocked out. And then let's just say Benoit Saint-Denis doesn't have a staph infection in his last fight against Poirier, and he actually has his cardio, and he keeps that fight pushing on Poirier, and he actually beats Poirier. Let's just say in another universe that Jalen Turner wins that fight, Benoit Saint-Denis wins that fight against Poirier. What are the lines on this odds now, guys? What do you think? Don't you think this will be like a minus 800, minus 1,000 Benoit Saint-Denis? I do. And honestly, I think it should be that way. I think Benoit Saint-Denis is a better grappler. I think he hits harder. I think the pressure is way too there for Renato Moicano. I think Moicano wants money. He's going to come in there and try to get in a dog fight. But don't get into a dog with the biggest dog in the UFC. Benoit Saint-Denis, this man is a French special forces. This man has killed people. This man has done things in his life that nobody would even wish about doing. This man is a dog. He's going to come in there, put the pressure on Moicano, end up knocking him out. I think he's going to land a hard shot in the first round, end up putting him to sleep. Or maybe in the second round, he's going to end up taking him down and submitting Moicano. I know Moicano's grappling is there, but so is Benoit Saint-Denis, guys. His grappling is there as well. And Benoit Saint-Denis has shown to me he has a gas tank. He only gassed out against Poirier because he had a staph infection going into that week. And also, he just went balls to the walls in the first 2 rounds against Poirier. It was like he knew his cardio wasn't going to be there. And he was like, let me just try to get this guy out in the first round. And he almost did, guys. He almost got Poirier out of there. But Poirier just different. We all know that. And we all know that Renato Moicano's not going to be able to withstand something like Benoit did to Poirier in that first round. So I think Benoit Saint-Denis' cardio is going to be there this fight. I think he has a full training camp. He is in France. This man's like a god in France now. And Renato Moicano has shown that he has bad cardio himself. He doesn't like last the whole time. He ends up gassing out after probably a round and a half. After 2 rounds, going to that 3rd round, he is gassed out. So give me Benoit Saint-Denis, guys. I'm gonna be adding him to the 2 different parlays, the one with Joe Anderson Brito, and then the one with Ludovic Klein and Morgan Charriere. I'm really confident in Benoit Saint-Denis, guys. I think he's gonna be leveled above Renato Moicano, and he's gonna move himself into the top 10 with a probably knockout right here. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. The event starts in about 45 minutes. I had to get through these 14 fights for you guys. I am sorry for posting this shit late, but I will get this shit out right now for you guys. I am out of here. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. I am here every single day, guys. I end up missing some days because I have stuff in my busy life like we all do, but I'm trying to be here every single day as possible. And also, guys, leave me a comment. Let me guys know how you guys been doing on soccer. Let me guys know how you guys been doing on NFL, and let me guys know what you guys think about my bets for the MMA event tonight for UFC. And all right, guys, I am out of here. I'll be back tomorrow.